Welcome back, everybody, for more Monster Train, and today we're going back to our regular run after having played a challenge last time. See if we can get this streak number up a little bit higher, and as usual, random clans and maximum covenant, so here we go. Alright, we got Awoken Stygian, both exiled. Cool, cool. So we get this Wildenton hero, which I've played with it a good bit, but there's still, I think, some space to explore there. And of course, our Root Seeds and our Foregone Powers. Root Seeds, actually a really good card, though Restore does allow you to synergize with a lot of the Awoken tanks really nicely, whereas Root Seeds is not, so it's a little bit of a downside of the Exiled Awoken. And Foregone Power, reasonable card. Especially when you get two Crypt Builders. Certainly a powerful synergy there, discarding these. Razor Sharp Edge, nice little buff. It can make some of our multi-strikers or sweepers a lot more powerful. And Ensnare is fine, so I'd say it's a reasonable start. Let's see what we've got. We can either heal on consume cards or apply daze. Let's see, we do have Serve the Chaste, which means the daze will get dispelled some of the time. But at least not the one that attacks, so it's not too bad. And as far as consume cards, I don't believe we have any at the moment. And even if this isn't perfect against the final boss, it's not like it's going to dispel days every single time, and it'll be useful along the way, so I'll certainly be taking that one. Alright, big fan of the Incant version when we're already working with Stygian anyway. That just means we'll be able to set up lots of Incant synergies, and this ends up being a pretty reasonable tank on its own right as well, just gets a lot of health by the end. Though we may mix and match, but this is, I think, a good spot for that. We can try to pick up more Incant synergies down the road. And here, 10 armor. I think we can deal with that. We have lots of attack buffs. We're going to get those stings on the first wave. Seems pretty doable. And since we don't have anything with Rage, I think I'll just set up on the bottom. That way I can fire the stings off right away and get the Incant bonus. I might also fire off the Crypt Builder rather than a Root Seeds. Do some quick math here. So if I just play the Stings and the Root Seeds, I do 30 damage here. This goes to 10, and then I kill it, but then this survives. Yeah, I think I'll play one less spell and draw a few less cards in order to do this. Alright, here I certainly want to play a Steward and go ahead and give it a Razor Sharp. Then we'll play one more. I guess maybe just in the middle to go ahead and get this kill, and then I can try to put as many Foregone Powers as I can on the Disciple. Alright, unfortunately our Steward is going to die, but that's alright. We'll play some Root Seeds, and then ensnare one of these guys, I guess. Try to finish it off at some point here. Alright, how are we doing on this boss? We're doing 85, so if we do another 60... let's see. That would let us then put a Foregone Power on this, which probably solves the fight because we'll take a lot less damage. So I think that's what I'll try and do here. Oh, just even swapping them wins the fight. We don't even need the Foregone Power, but might as well play it. Alright, there we go. Flawless fight with the Trialons, that's always a nice one to see. And we get option of Sting, Glimmer, or Vine Grasp. We're already doing stuff with stings, so picking up another one's okay, though I do prefer the cards that generate stings rather than putting stings in our deck directly. Glimmer looks pretty exciting here. We don't have any way to hit the back really, so that's a nice one. Vine Grasp, sort of similar, but Glimmer a little more application being an AoE. And a third Crypt Builder, or a Helical Crystals, or the Spell Weakness I don't think we're too interested in. I'll probably just take a third Crypt Builder. They're a decent synergy with our discard. So let's go for that. Alright, we do find some Incant, so just have to decide which one of these we'd like. We could also go for the Sweep as well. Let's see, the boss is removing buffs, so we probably don't want to try and stack Rage. That sounds like it won't work out too well for us. Spell Weakness sort of in the same boat as well, so I might go for the Guard, even though it's not amazing synergy with Wildenton. They're both a little bit tanky, but, you know, that's fine. We can maybe try to give this some quick and multi-strike or sweep down the road or something, and it'll all work out fine. Or maybe we can set up a separate Incant floor as well. Anyway, I'm a big fan of Guarded being named in general, even if it doesn't necessarily share a floor there. Alright, and go check out what the Merchant of Steel has. Endless attack and health, alright. Endless always an interesting one. Let's see what we find though. Alright, so huge fan of Animus of Will in here. We have the Root Seeds to pump it up. We have Razor Sharp Edges, though we can only apply one of these at the moment, unless we improve its health, but that's very doable. Endless, unfortunately, not too good here. So I'll just go with some pretty straightforward upgrades like so, and then just save our cash rather than worrying about a reroll with 40 gold left. Almost certainly not spending money in the next circle unless we get into a lot of health with our or a lot of trouble with our Pyre health and have to go this way. So I might go ahead and do a purge early here and start getting rid of the Train Stewards. We already picked up 2 units, so happy to see those gone. And I have to remember what this lights give. Last time I set up on the bottom, mostly for the Sting Incant, but setting up near the top just for the days is pretty powerful, so it's something I have to think about. Alright, more powerful enemies, and they're going to get haste as well. The Clergyman waves could be quite scary with 4 extra attack and haste. So I have to be very careful here. Again, the top floor will be... they will be dazed, which helps. If I can get an Animus up there, that's already going to kill 3 of them, sort of on its own. Yeah, I think I'll try this, but it is a little bit dangerous. This could be quite a bit of attack. Hoping to see the Animus early for sure. Okay, we do find it, so I'll play the Animus up at the top. So I can get started on eliminating some stuff, and then I just have to decide if I want both these on the bottom, or if I want the Guard maybe on the top, and this to sort of play the role of a tank. But I think I'd rather do all my incanting here for now. Set up this way. Of course, these stings are excellent. Alright, here's a collector. We'll definitely want to go ahead and kill that one. In the meantime, let's see what other spells we can cast. Firing off the Ensnare makes a lot of sense, just for the incant. Probably just play a Steward in order to kill this. That seems like the most efficient route. I could maybe go for a Foregone Power, but I like having the spells down here, so... let's go for 1 Razor Sharp Edge, and then a Root Caesar second edge. I think I'll go for second edge. And just cast these, hoping to discard the Crypt Builder. Of course, we hit every other card, for sure. Alright, looks like we're in pretty decent shape. Go ahead and do that. Might as well play a couple extra Stewards. And then can some more. And we should be perfectly fine here. That's a good time to draw a Glimmer as well. Get to eliminate some of these guys. And yeah, looks like the boss is already dead, but just for the hell of it, let's hit it with one of those two. There we go. Pretty straightforward there. Sharpen, Restoration, Vine Grasp. Don't think I'm too interested in Sharpen for this particular run. The spikes don't look too enticing, though they're okay. Certainly putting spikes on guard does let us hit some stuff in the back, but I think I'm more interested in something more direct like a Vine Grasp or a Restoration Detonation just to heal our units, potentially. But if we're trying to go the armor route with guard, maybe that's not as important, so I'll just grab a Vine Grasp. Okay, Mollusk Mage is interesting. Tornado and Crystals. Am I interested in those? I don't think I want a Tornado. The freeze doesn't do much when we're gonna be discarding cards at random anyway. So do I want like a biggish spell, or would I have a Mollusk Mage, which works nicely with Crypt Builders, but that's about it, so probably not. So then the question is, do I want a Chrysalis, or would I rather just not do that? And I think with the 3 Crypt Builders, I'm happy enough skipping here. Alright, well, this would have been nice earlier for the Endless pickup, but that's okay. Second Animus of Will or Coltzelia both look pretty good here. I think I'll take the Coltzelia. We are having issues with backline units, so having a sweeper will help that situation. So let's go ahead and put that up. And here again, I'm more interested in the unit and the artifact than these things. The magic shop would be nice, but we don't need the pyre health, and free artifacts are always a nice one to have. Okay, additional days. We're building a theme here. Versus Moon the Blacksmith. Yeah, I think I'll take some additional days. We don't need to get hit for any particular reason, so that's pretty good. And then see if we can't pick up another incant creature, and we do. Alright, so we'll take the Siren here. Again, don't want Rage because of the Seraph here, dispelling it, so Armor and just building attack are going to be the way we want to do that. So now we have Guard plus Siren as a potential floor with, maybe we look for extra space and try to stick something else there too, or maybe that's just floor on its own and we figure stuff out. I don't know, let's see what's in the cavern. Dante is here. Okay, well, I'll certainly take Dante. We're, again, plenty of health, so we can afford to take the hit for now. And that'll, of course, be quite helpful down the road. Dante is even better than Animus of Will in terms of buffing it with Root Seeds and Razor Sharp Edges, so that's fantastic. Yeah, let's go and see if we can beat Talos for now. And we'll have to make a decision here regarding which reward we want. It's not gonna be an easy choice, I think. Alright, so we got a smaller bottom floor, and again, stuff has a chance of getting dazed, but there is also Rage, which is a little bit tricky. So that makes me both want to and not want to play at the bottom. Also, Coltzelia near the bottom makes a lot of sense, but then we can't pair it with anything. Oh, man. Let's think. Yeah, we'll play this and Coltzelia in the middle, I think. And I will sting these guys over getting the trigger. And then Animus will go on the top. Not sure paired with what yet. And might as well buff it up as well. Oh. Okay, I forgot what boss I was fighting, so that one's on me. This is the Slay one. Okay, so that was obviously pretty dumb, but, you know, I think we can recover. Yeah, that's not something we can't recover from, but it does obviously suck. So now I'll go Siren here, and then I'll set up the sweeping floor down here, maybe. Let's see, can I survive? These are both stunned, so I can play this on its own and then put a tank in front of it later. Alright. Obviously just a boneheaded mistake, but we'll be fine. Go ahead and deploy this at the top, and just start playing a couple of these at the boss here, get some can going. Use our guard. Obviously need that one. Razor Sharp Edge, really good on Cold Celia as well. And then I'm wanting Cand on this floor more, I think, than this one, though it's a bit of a tricky spot for sure. And as far as this Vine Grasp, we'll just hit you. Would obviously love to find some way to move my units around so I can put more incant units on the same floor, but is what it is. Alright, well here Glimmer obviously looks pretty insane. Fire that one off, and then just play a couple of Root Seeds and Snare. I think here? Yeah, this looks right. Okay, not an amazing hand. Let's see, it's all 3 candles, so I'll see if I can get lucky to start. Okay, I got lucky with 1, so now I can play 1 Root Seeds and try to get lucky with another one. Okay, not this time, so just get rid of them. Alright, final wave. More Razor Sharp Edges. Yeah, I think I'm happy to go ahead and play these here. Let's just make this floor do as much as we can. Yeah, and the boss is almost dead, and it's gonna get a bunch of Frostbite as well, so that's really good. And there we go. Alright, obviously made a really dumb error, but that's fine. We survived, we took 2 damage. Good fight overall. Alright, let's see. Deep Offering is a little bit interesting when we have 3 Crypt Builders and a bunch of Dante Scandals we want to discard sometimes, though it is expensive. But this could be a deck for it. And then Channel Song I'm not generally a huge fan of, unless you have some minions you're not guaranteed to draw that you want to draw. But here we don't really have that, so it's not really that concerning. And Spike the Stygian is just a good generic card. I would usually pick this over skipping. It just applies a lot of effects that are decent. But let's try Deep Offering, see how good it is for us. Okay, we got another incant creature, a Healthy Sweeper, and the Nameless Siren refusing to leave us alone. We don't want you, go away. So at this point, if I took space, what does that look like? So we could put the Guardian name and both Sirens on one floor as just a really heavy incant floor. Then we could do something like the Champion and the Cold Celia as my sort of sweep floor. Well, we actually have 1 more space at that point too, potentially. And then we have the Animus kind of on its own. I think I'm going to give that a go. And this is the last flag we're getting, so we have to decide if we'd rather look for a Stygian or an Awoken unit. And again, Awoken has the problem right now of a lot of the tanks require healing to really be effective. We don't have any, so I'm not too interested in that. As far as what else is here, we have a Hellvent and a Remove versus a Merchant of Steel and some coins. There is another Merchant of Steel coming, so that's not as huge of a concern. The duplicate could be interesting. I could see even duplicating another unit being pretty good. Let's see. Maybe I could put another Animus of Will in the deck. Having two of these up at the top floor where everything's dazed seems pretty strong. Yeah, I think I'll go this way. The Stygian unit just seems a bit better for us. Let's go ahead and go here. Definitely remove more stewards. And yeah, let's see what Stygian unit we can pick up. Okay, we have our option of a Offering Monument or a Guard of the Unnamed. How excited am I about this? Might take the Monument. It's something I can fit in with the Wildington potentially. It's just a little bit of extra value. Yeah, that seems fine. Our top floor is going to be tankless, which is maybe bad later on. We may have to... Alright, we also have the... Gosh, I almost forgot we have the Dante coming as well, so we have to figure out room for that. I guess that just goes on our top floor too, somehow. Yeah. Alright, let's pick up the Monument, and I am still going to duplicate the Animus, I think. And then go ahead and... don't think I want the sweep here. We're not trying to set up a super floor, so yeah, I'll just go for the heavier health. This is likely to play the role of a tank, so seems good. And let's see what we can do. Man, they're really like slamming us with attack here. I think we can handle that, but it is scary. Not gonna lie, the Clipped Guardians in particular are gonna be pretty terrifying. We have to make sure we get enough damage going on them, but we have 68 health, so I'm feeling reasonably confident. Okay, top floor is smaller, which is kind of perfect. We'll go Wildington plus Celia here. Guard up here, and let's see. This is dazed. Okay, so I think I'll go 3 stings, and yeah, this is gonna get frostbite on it too. I don't really need the Divine Grasp, but this is fine. Why did this get double dazed? Oh, right, from entering the train and entering on the top floor. That's kind of fun. Okay, so offering monuments here if we're interested in drawing some extra cards, which is not too bad. Let's maybe pop it down at least, and then I do want to play Razor Sharp Edge here. That's really good. Then I'll play 1 power. Okay, drawing into Candle, not precisely what I was hoping for. Obviously need to find some more damage. Okay, here's our Sirens. Play those, and they're still dazed. Okay, these Animus of Wills, unfortunately, a little bit late to the party. I do need to deploy them, though. So let's do that. And then... don't really need to play Glimmer. I guess I'll play a Root Seeds. And I would like this Collector, so let's go ahead and do this. Taking some damage here, of course, but should get better once these animus are online, which they are now. Definitely do that. And then sure we do this. Fantastic. Alright, here's the boss. Would like to do this, I think. And yeah, no point killing these, they're dazed anyway. Alright, let's just get rid of the candles and fire some of these off. Oh my gosh, these candles. Alright, get rid of these self-mutilations and we are fine. So it took some damage on that one, but I think it was worth it. It's the first damage we took. Okay, restoring retreats, definitely good. We just have a lot of stuff, basically, so... well, isn't that good? Let's think about that. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is that good, and most of these other two don't do that much, so... give that a go, and here... not really too interested in any of these, I don't think. The spike's good, I guess. We don't have a lot of energy at the moment, though, so expels are a little bit tricky. This is obviously pretty strong on the final floor. Yeah, I'll take that, sure. It's gonna get better with Dante's Cloak as well. This is attuned. Alright, go ahead and grab that. And this Merchant of Steel has a lot of work to do. I'll tell you that for sure. Alright, and can't gain armor is fantastic on the guard. And large stone is interesting. We do have that descent now, so I could put large stone on Dante, for instance, and make him quite a bit stronger. The monument, maybe we sort of end up ignoring. Let's think about this. So our current setup is bottom floor is our champion plus Gold Celia is 5, and then the monument fits in there sometimes as a 6th unit. Depending if there's space or not, then we go guard, siren, in the middle, hoping it's a 6. And then the top is supposed to be Dante, Animus. Very interesting. So we make Animus large, then the top would be Dante, Animus, and then we try to descend a unit, something along those lines. I think the attack buff is worth it enough on Dante that I'm going to do this. And because we have so much money, I'll put the Heartstone in here, even though it's not a whole lot. Run the refresh. Endless. Okay. Endless is pretty bad. So I'm gonna have to skip on that. 10 attack on Dante, of course. And then I could put this on one of the Sirens. I guess I will, just because we have so many slots to fill. That can be our second tank in line, as it were. Endless really unlucky hit there. Let's see what the Caverns bring. Okay, so Hellhorn gives some rage, which is okay. Melting Ruin's bad. Umbra's not great either. Do I want this Rage Serum? No, I don't think I do. Pretty unlucky event there, and as far as removes, certainly the Train Steward there's absolutely no room for, and then Forgotten Powers synergize with our Crypt Builders really nicely, so it might just be Root Seeds, though the card is decent, obviously. But yeah, let's cut Root Seeds. It's not that incredible or anything. Where are we going next? Probably another Merchant of Steel, so I'm going to hold my cash. $15 armor shouldn't be too big of an issue, I don't think. Okay, so a couple things to consider here. We have stealth units obviously in the stealth boss, so the bottom floor is not going to be doing a lot of damage. Alright, so with that in mind, what wants to go down there? And the middle floor is smaller as well, right? So maybe I put my incant floor down here, because it'll be a pretty healthy one. And then I'll go this here. Play Dante at the top here. Put the candle, of course, Razor Sharp Dante. And this gives 2. Yeah, well, they actually do extra damage. Okay, so I actually will play them down here. Alright, here we go. So, Guard wants to be down here, and then one in Sirens. Let's see. Currently I'm taking damage because this guy's getting stunned. Fantastic. Unfortunately, I think the candle's the play. Really need extra energy at this point. Alright, got the monument. Not really any room for it at the moment. Maybe at the very top. The send's not perfect either. Really didn't draw our cards in a great order here. Let's see. What do I want to ensnare is the question. I think I'll keep the tank around. Leave Dante where he is, do that. And yeah, I might as well play the monument here. Should maybe play that first. Okay, there's the other Siren. Not managing to do a good job of incanting right now, but that's partly just because of trying to deploy all these units. Alright, I'll do it here. Dante continues to want this. Dante's candle continues to be bad. Alright, and I'm just gonna play all this stuff down here. Get these incants rolling. Oh, our champion died? Okay, shouldn't have been paying attention there, but I think we'll be okay. Daze is nice. Not a lot of point in descending, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, let's just heal this up. Alright, so we're starting to do some damage, it's nice. Not much to do here, unfortunately. I actually kind of don't want to cast spells up here just because the Offering Monument needs to tank for us. So I I guess I won't. Let's just do this. And we're fine, so let's just play the candle and not mess with it much beyond that. Dante really sort of saving us here. Alright, I'm a big fan of Awake here, even though it's a little expensive. We'll need to try and make it cheaper, but our champion is having tank and is running into trouble at the moment, so let's grab that. And I want another offering card. I think I'd rather just take the Crystalline Seeds. Just a nice card to help during setup a bit. Alright, and here again, we'll head to the Merchant of Steel. Need to make our units a little bit stronger still. Guild Marker is always a nice one, but we have 500 gold, so I don't know how worried I am about that versus just getting a bunch of extra health that could save us, so let's grab that. Man, this Endless Stone is just, ugh, so bad here. Alright. Well, we get 10 attack. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the Cold Celia so I can finally do a little bit better. And I guess I'll keep... Yeah, let's just make this one pretty heavy armor as well, I guess. Just... Man, that's all we're finding. Alright. So we get a large stone, which... I could put one of them on the Animus of Will. It sort of works. So if there's room, we can play both of these. If there isn't room, we can play these two. That's like kind of fine. Like, I just have to make do with what we're finding here. The 10 health and spikes is pretty trash. Done the Offering Monument just to spend our money. And I really don't want another Armoring Can. It's just not doing anything at this point. Yeah. Don't think I'm that interested in purging. Most of our cards have a place in the deck, so... Try it like this, hope for the best. Alright, smaller bottom floor. Ooh, and we got the rally thing here, that's annoying. Okay, so we'll kind of do the usual thing. Do this here, put this here. Go ahead and fire off some stings. So I have to do this here because I can't play it elsewhere, and I'll just root seeds that. Alright. Oh man, this is so much stuff. Dante, yes. And Animus also yes. That's perfect. And then we want to play the Siren. So at that point, there's not any room. Take her damage, unfortunately. Alright, here's an Animus of Will. Is that something I'm interested in playing? Not at the moment. This is a pretty awful draw, actually. I think I'm just gonna do this and pass. Need more energy, need more draw. Really suffering from picking up this capacity. Though the capacity is good, but nevertheless, it's starting to cost us a bit here. Okay, so this guarantees we get the result we want. There's a retreat. So I am looking to drop the Dante, I think. And then I can start buffing the Dante and getting benefits from those buffs, which is really great. And that happens a lot, and it's really infuriating. Alright, yeah, let's just cast all the spells here, I think. It's a lot of incanting. Alright. Happy enough to just do this. Wow, what a draw. I guess I'll just play all these candles. Go ahead and snare here. Not too worried though, the second floor should be really, really strong. Yeah, we're killing here, no problem. Okay, Rail Spike's a way to solve some energy issues. Reduce the cost by 2. This doesn't quite make the crib builders free, which is unfortunate, but still. I do like that one, I think, more than the others. It's a good shot. And then I have to decide between draw and energy. Both are pretty important right now. I think I go for draw. It's easier to make energy happen out of just like spell upgrades, plus we got the rail spike here, so although the rail spike kind of works both ways as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go for extra draw. It's a tough choice though. Okay, and then I do want to hit a Merchant of Steel one more time, so I just have to decide if I'd rather do it here or here. So this one comes with a remove, and then there's a duplicate on that side, versus here we get, what, an artifact. I think I'm happy enough to get the cave event and see what spell improvements we can do. And I might even do that first, just to see exactly what we're working with. Oh, interesting, okay. Don't think we want Heartless. We don't have much healing, but I picked that a wake up, and I do want to be able to use it. So probably just putting 25 health on something. Probably just our tank. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Not too exciting, but decent. And let's see, our champion can pick up. Okay, the quick enchant's actually pretty good. Is it going to be better than 30 extra health is the question. It means our Colcelia gets to attack right away, which is a pretty big deal actually. So I think I'm going to do that here. And then let's see, double stack. No. 10 magic power, definitely yes, just a question of where exactly. Glimmer doesn't really need to be much stronger. Probably just put it on a Crypt Builder, or could be Ice Empire too. Let's go with Crypt Builder. Cost reduction on Awake. Go ahead and reroll. Remove Consume. Could do that on the Rail Spike and then reduce cost back down. That would be interesting. Sort of slowly fix our energy issues over time. Yeah, let's give that a shot. I don't know how good it ultimately is going to end up being. Our deck's pretty big, but let's try it. 20 magic power and consume can go on... Glimmer maybe? I don't need Glimmer all that often. I think once is fine. Alright, and with that we're almost at the end. Let's go. Spikes 5. We have Ember Drain here, which is always a nuisance. How bad are spikes? They don't matter against these guys too much. But they're a big problem for Gold Celia, and they're a pretty big problem for Dante events. I think I'll have to keep these off. Unfortunately, just a little bit too much. Okay, Daze is big here. So this is bigger, which means you get to deploy the monument. It's fine. Though, I have to decide if I actually want to deploy it this turn or not. Well, sorry, obviously I'd deploy it this turn. It'd be silly not to. It's a question of when I want to deploy it, because if I draw any units off of it, I want to be able to play them. So I kind of don't want to draw too many cards here. I also want to play all these things. So I actually save it. Play the stings first, then play the monument. Actually in the front, I don't mind getting hit a couple times. And just get rid of the candle, I think. Alright, drew too many units, looks like. So that's a bummer. I gotta get my sweeper going, that's really important. Then I want to at least get the good incant unit going. And I guess we'll play Dante. And at that point... well, this costs 0, so I may as well just get triggers out of it. Then play these things. Alright, that's good days. The Ember Drain obviously still sucks. And have a bit of a problem with space. Let's just get this one out there, and I guess that's all I can do. All right. Definitely want this in the front. Might as well play that, and I'm just wondering if I want to play this Deep Offering. Whenever I could draw, that would actually be all that useful. There isn't much. Man, Ember Drain is frustrating. Yep, alright, well. Very little I can do, unfortunately. So just continue to have no energy. I think I'd rather this one advanced, and I'll root one of the tanks. That seems good. Alright, I'll get rid of one candle. It's dying, so that's fine. Again, I want the monument to just be a tank here, so I'll play the stings over here. Here's a Restoring Retreat. Is that something I'm interested in? Yeah, this stuff has a lot of health, so making sure that Dante can get a lot of hits in is probably the best thing I can do. Yeah, there we go, that's a kill. Alright, obviously the Ember Drain hurt us there, but we managed not to take too much damage still, so that's okay. And Graft's not bad when it's free and restores 11 health. It's honestly pretty decent. I think I might grab that. Yeah. Glacial Seal would be awesome if I had the room to play it on our canned floor, but unfortunately I do not. So it's between Frenzied Swarm and Drain and nothing. And I don't mind a Swarm, I think. Could help. Could get us out of some sticky situations with some of those same units that we just fought. And yeah, finally I'll go to the last Merchant of Steel, try to finish the last couple of units off if we can. Obviously check the Merchant here as well. Okay, Split Anvil could be pretty big. We don't have that many expensive cards to fuel, I guess, but 215 isn't too expensive. I might try that one. Let's see what we find here. Endless once again, Incant once again, man. Alright, let's just give you attack. Reroll. Another large stone as well, man. Okay, well, at this point, I guess I'll just grab these cheap upgrades, even though they're not fantastic. And then, yeah, see about this Split Anvil maybe doing something for us. And as far as removal goes, let's think. You know, this Deep Offering didn't pan out. I think I'm happy to dump that one. And then just one more Root Seeds. Alright, so we're off to fight Seraph. I feel reasonably confident we've at least set up in a way where Seraph's cleansing benefit won't, or cleansing effect won't affect us too much, which is always good. Though clearing all these days is obviously less than ideal here. Okay, so we have 6 here, 5 at the top. Okay, that's totally fine. Let's go ahead and play these. Then play that, and I'll play this in the front once again, though I don't want to draw the cards off it yet. So, let's cast all my spells first. Alright, the Sweeper is here. That really sucks. Here's the Cold Celia, though, which will help a bit. And then this draws me 2 cards, and they'll probably be free. That seems good. Let's start there. Okay. It's an, is that a good pickup? Well, it's a tricky spot, because I really want to make sure I get Dante down, but if I have that up there, then I can maybe just get a Restoring Retreat going as well, but I think I have to skip it for now, unfortunately. Oh right, and of course, I'd already forgotten about the Split Anvil, so that's huge. That means I can start casting Root Seeds for free, which is just great. And then we'll just cast some of this stuff. Okay, well, I'm glad I played it the way I did since we have this Dante here. Obviously want to deploy that. That and the Siren. Fortunately, we are going to be Ember Drained. so hard to get away from the Ember Drain, because now we can't even play any of our spells. Now we're going to be Ember Drained again, and it's just a whole thing. I mean, there's very little I can do, so I will play the spells that I can play. Yep, now we can't afford the Restoring Retreat. Now we're going to be Ember Drained again. This is really quite bad. Let's see. Yeah, stuff's advancing a little quick as well. Dante's even going to take damage here, because this cleared out the debuffs, I guess. Alright, I don't want to keep this one here. I want it to get dazed. So I guess I'll just root this one just for the buffs. Yeah, we may end up losing to this Ember Drain. I just can't play any of my cards, and that's obviously a problem. It's just perfect so that I never get to play cards. Okay, this time is going to be dazed, which means I get to play cards next turn, but man, it's just rough. Alright, let's Fine Grasp there. I guess just do one of these. Okay, well, we end up drawing not amazingly. Oh boy, okay. I'd probably just Rail Spike here and hope to hit something relevant. Right, and that'll actually let me play the rest of my hand too, so that's really good actually. I shouldn't say that's bad. Okay, great. So now we still can't, unfortunately, drop any units, but Ice Empire obviously gonna have to play up here because we can't play it anywhere else. Could heal the monument. Is that something that I care about? Probably not that much. Rather heal this. I think I'm gonna still put this on Dante and hope I can drop it at some point. Then Ensnare and Power. Of course, discard the worst possible option. That makes sense. Unfortunately, next turn, no spells again. Yeah, this is going to be tough. And there's a Restoring Retreat, which means Dante will not get to get lowered here, which means this floor kind of has to do it on its own, and that's not very likely to happen. So I think we're going to lose here. Just the Ember Drain is just so brutal. We just never get to actually play our cards. Yeah, we're just dealing no damage here. Really needed to get Dante down behind this because this is a lot of health. Dante's a lot of damage, but it just never came together because we couldn't play our cards. So definitely frustrated about that. There just isn't much I can do at this point, unfortunately. So, I'm gonna lose. That's a really, really frustrating loss. Just, you know, it's one thing when you don't repair right or just don't get the right units, but like we just couldn't play our cards that entire combat, and that's just a really frustrating way to lose. So Um, yeah, I mean, I can do my best here, but I can't make this survive long enough, unfortunately. Alright, so, man. Yeah, frustrating loss. Ember Drain's just not a very fun mechanic. Again, I like to play my cards, and I just didn't get to. Maybe given that the Ember Drain was in the previous fight, I should have taken energy, so that... No, I didn't know that ahead of time, so I don't know. Maybe I should have taken energy, and that would have changed something. I'd get to play at least a card. Maybe the Anvil was a bad pickup because of that as well, though I'm not sure what could have been better. Anyway, didn't manage to get our streak up, but that's okay. It was an interesting run nevertheless. I got to play with Dante, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.